Hi, I'm Amber.
Hi, I'm AJ, and welcome to Mountain Traditions Homestead.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Mountain Traditions Homestead. We have a video for you today about LUFFA Gourds. And I thought I would start out, you can tell we've got these here. They're dried out and crunchy, ready to go. There's a few we've already peeled. We're going to show you how to get the seeds out and how to peel them, and then how to get them ready to use. But first of all, we thought we'd tell you a little bit about LUFFA Gourds. They are a warm weather crop. They take a long growing season to grow. We're in Virginia, our zone 6A, so we just barely have enough time to grow loofahs. So if you have a shorter growing season than that, sure, give it a try, but probably don't get your hopes up because they do take a long time. These seeds we started indoors last February, the end of February. And usually you don't start gourds, most people don't, gourds, cucumbers, things like that inside, but these required a long time, so we decided to go ahead and do it, which was a good choice. You can go back and look at our garden tour videos, and our garden was absolutely overgrown with the loofahs, so they did really awesome. We didn't harvest these until October, and we were, of course, in Virginia, zone 6A, you're already getting pretty good frosts in October. So we had to go ahead and harvest some of these green. There's some still outside, and I'm not sure if they're going to be usable or not. I'm going to look at those separately, but I brought in all the ones that I knew were usable that we could process. So that's what we're going to do today. But first, I'm going to flash back to our video in October of when we got these off the vine and let you guys see that.
We're out in the garden today. Obviously, it looks a whole lot different than it did just a month ago. Everything's dead and dying back. I think it's funny that we've got some green beans still in here, which is crazy because we pulled up all those plants. But we're here to talk about these LUFFA Gourds. We are getting ready to harvest probably all of them because we've already had a real heavy frost, at least one very heavy frost. It killed, I don't know if this zinnia here is in frame, but you can see it killed all the zinnias, everything just in one blow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these LUFFA Gourds off that are for sure ready to harvest. The way you know they are ready to cut and go ahead and peel them and save your seeds from them and cut up the sponge that's inside is when they look like this one. You can see it's turning yellow. This one is very, very ready. It's already completely brown. You're supposed to let them dry on the vine as much as you can. We're in Virginia. It's October. It's pretty warm, or it was warm earlier today, but in the mornings it's super cold, so that's just October in Virginia. We started these indoors in March, I believe, and we are just now, see, that one's dry. We are just now getting ready to harvest some of them. Like I said, these are obviously ones that are ready. And ideally, all of them would be this way. But for all of them to be this way on the vine, you'd have to have a super long growing season. Which, here we don't. But these, you can tell the difference when they're ready. They're super lightweight. They're not big and thick and heavy anymore. They've dried out and the sponge is ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and clip these off, and we'll come back and peel one and see what it looks like for y'all. Alright, so I've got a few off here that were definitely ready. Like I said, they start to turn yellow and brown and get lightweight when they're ready. This one is starting to turn a little yellow, but it's super lightweight. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this one and kind of compare it and see what it's like compared to the ones that I know are completely ready. See, we'll start with this one. And if we've waited until the right time, this is supposed to be super duper easy. I don't know if you guys saw the video where AJ tried to eat one of these because we've heard they are edible. They might be if you're starving and have nothing else to eat, but I wouldn't actually call them edible. And there's your loofah sponge. This is still kind of wet. I guess what I'll do, finish peeling it, take it inside, let it dry a little more, and then we'll wash them in a few days. So when we finish this video, it'll be at least a few days, if not a week after today. But I wanted to go ahead and pick them. I didn't know if leaving them on with it frosting would cause an issue. Smells familiar, but cucumber. Smells like a cucumber to me.
They are in the cucumber family.
Yes, they do not taste like a cucumber.
No.
They taste like a sponge, a dirty sponge. It's already been used.
Old dishwater.
Alright, and yep, you can see the seeds in here. And you know it's at full maturity when the seeds are black. And these seeds are definitely black. So. This is one I'm curious about. Because it's not as ripe. It's actually still pretty easy. We watched Living Traditions do this, and the ones that they did green were a lot harder for her to peel. But this is barely green. It was on its way to yellow. So. But it is slightly harder.
You guys saw us getting some of these off the vine. You saw that we tried to peel some of them outside. This one is already peeled and the end was cut off, so some of the seeds have come out. Let's see if I can get any more. Yep, there's some more. You can hear them on the inside. You just kind of, most people do this outside, but like I said, it is now December, a couple days before Christmas, so here, it's really too cold for it, and as you can tell, I'm snotty, so it's really too cold to be outside, but we're going to make a mess and then I'll clean it up, so. Alright, and the seeds, you know they're ready when they are black, and these are. So we're going to save as many of those as we can. We had such a good loofah harvest this year that I'm not sure that we will grow them next year, but it's always good to save the seeds. We still have some, no, actually we don't have any left, so we don't have any seeds, so we definitely want to save some, and we'll probably share these with some of you guys, so. But that's how you get the seeds out. Now I'll show you about peeling one. There's still some seeds in there. Still some. I've got a bowl here, and what we're going to do after we get the seeds out, we're going to wash these. As you can tell, they're brown. Still some skin on this one. There's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly good to use. It's just they're a plant that's naturally grown. Our plan for this is to, well, was to give some as Christmas presents, but it might just be a after Christmas present for some people now. I'll squeeze them. I bet that'll help get the seeds out. But our plan is to make some soap with these. There we go. Now it's really coming out. Probably should have put a mat down because we have cracks in our table. And as you can tell, one little gourd and you get literally 100 seeds out of it. So, alright, well, I'm going to put them in our bowl and then I'll show you. I've never washed one before, so we'll do that together and see. They're much easier. We tried to peel one when it was green. Much easier to do when it's dried out. They are very fibrous, even the skin. You just kind of scrunch it, peel it, and get your seeds out. So I won't make you guys sit here and watch this whole process. We'll pause the camera and get this part done, and then we'll bring you back for a while. Okay guys, so just a tip, don't try to peel all those loofahs in your kitchen. It was making a mess, so we went outside even though it was cold on the front porch and finished doing that because it was making an absolute mess. So we did, we peeled all of them, got as many seeds out as we could. There's still a few in here that you can hear, but when we cut them up, either to store them or to put them into soap, we can finish getting them out. And after this part of the process, any seeds that you get out, don't save them because we've got some bleach water here that we're going to soak them in. I wasn't going to do the bleach, I was just going to use water, but where they've been sitting for a while, I feel like it's necessary. You can use a 1-to-10 ratio. So we've got 40 cups of water and 4 cups of bleach in the sink here, warm water. So we are getting ready to submerge these and I'm going to let them soak. Then I'll come back and let them wash them out really well. And then I'm going to hang them by our wood stove. AJ's got a homemade indoor laundry line in there that I can take up, put up and take down. So we're going to hang them on that to dry. When we get the fire going again this evening, they'll have a nice warm spot to dry out. So we'll come back when we get to that part. Alright, so we have let our loofahs soak in this bleach and water mixture. I'd say probably close to an hour. Some of them didn't get as pretty as others, so we'll keep the ones that don't look as pretty and we'll give the other ones away or sell them that look a little better. But we're just rinsing all the bleach water out. Gonna wring them out really well. You can see how they're sponge. And then we're gonna hang them on the line to dry. So we'll do that. There's several seeds still coming out of here. Like I said, just discard those. You don't want to use those because obviously they've been soaked in bleach. But we'll come back and show you how we're going to dry them out. Okay, y'all, this is the final step in preparing our loofah sponges for use or for storage. We're probably going to store some of these. I'm going to save some to put in soap, give some away. I've got a indoor laundry line here that we can take down and put up. I've just got some little hooks. AJ made it for me. Our dryer went out back in the springtime. I didn't have a dryer for several months. And that's how we dried our clothes over the summer, that and outside. But anyway, I left up the hooks because it's useful. Obviously, I'm going to use it right now. You can hear Charlie being pitiful in the background. He is locked up because I just mopped the floor. We're just going to hook the sponge over and attach it with a clip. And we've got a nice hot fire going here. These should dry out in no time. There's the loofahs. We're going to leave them to dry. I'd say by the time we go to bed tonight they'll be good and dry. I can probably go ahead and take them down and then we'll be cutting those up for some soap. If we can make it to the store to get some, I think for this, so the loofah will show, I'm just going to get some melt and pour soap and give those as gifts and to sell and things like that, and then just add some essential oils for fragrance. So that might be in an upcoming video, hopefully sometime next week. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about LUFFA Gourds, and we'll see you next time.